So we just wanted to make a little follow-up video on the new Balios that we covered last week in order to address a question that almost always comes up when popular models get updated, and that's whether it's worth paying full price for the newer version versus taking advantage of the current possibility to get the older Balios at a discount, where the price difference is a little over $100. And while with a lot of strollers, I do actually recommend going for the older version, this isn't one of those cases, as the updates made to the Balios actually make a huge difference with regards to performance and longevity. And I'm not now talking about the smaller changes, such as improvements with the textiles, which are more durable and better padded, with the harness, which has integrated the car seat-like method of tightening already present on the newest Priam and Mios models, or even the larger and twice as weight-capable storage basket, all of which are quite nice and not insignificant updates on their own, but rather key improvements to the mechanical design of the chassis, where there are three essential differences between this newer design and the Balios that preceded it. Firstly, in the fact that the redesigned rear frame, now a single welded piece with much thicker support struts, makes the model feel a lot tighter and sturdier, not loose right out of the box, as the older Balios definitely was, and also provides far fewer points to loosen up over time, meaning fewer areas that can loosen to the point of breaking or making driving feel unpleasantly rickety, and also less loosening that might have otherwise caused symmetry issues with the folding process or caused smaller internal components to fall out of alignment. Secondly, the new Balios has replaced the suspension springs on the lower rear crossbar with much more substantial shock absorption built into those support struts that gives the model an entirely different feel to push and significantly improves its ability to comfortably tackle bumpy terrain, such that while the older model struggled over stuff like rougher cobblestones, for example, and felt a bit like it might fall apart while doing so, the new version can handle this sort of ground just fine. And lastly, the front end of the model also feels quite different, where the front wheels are tighter within the forks, and the wheel forks themselves are also tighter within the front wheel housings, indicating a fine-tuning of the whole setup that reduces the possibility of swivel problems, such as wobbling, developing from wear. And thus, when looking at the difference in price and quality between these two models, I would say that $100 is actually a rather insignificant amount of money to pay for these advantages, while at the same time, the $440 that they still ask for the original is not exactly an insignificant amount of money. And in my opinion then, even if it were half this, going for the previous version of the Balios would still be a bit more of a use and throw away purchase, while the newer version is actually sturdy enough that I suspect it to hold up relatively well in comparison to similar models on the wider market a few years down the line. In any case, we hope you found this video interesting, and if you did, please subscribe, as this sort of support really helps us to continue making videos in the future. If you'd like to know more about the new Balios, I've linked our in-depth review in the description. In addition, if you're currently shopping for a stroller, we have a buyer's guide on our Patreon page which lists a wide range of models that we recommend, with a lot of technical and lifestyle related information. You can find it by following the link in the description as well. Thank you.